The Honourable Michael Naziak.
Madam Deputy President. What is community consultation, Madam Deputy President? It is supposed to be the cornerstone of effective public policy making, serving as a vital pathway between the government and the people that they serve. It is supposed to be a process whereby policymakers engage with communities on a broad and collaborative scale to gather insights, feedback and perspectives on proposed changes or legislation. It should be a collaborative approach that ensures policies are not only well informed but also reflective of the diverse needs of the people they aim to impact. By involving communities in consultation in the early stages of policy development, the government can provide insight into the rationale behind proposed policies, clarify objectives and address concerns or misconceptions, and most importantly, make necessary changes. This transparency helps to demystify the policy-making process and encourage people to actively participate in shaping the decisions that affect their lives. Ministers need to take note. Consultation is not a limited reactive process. It is not simply designed as a check-a-box exercise. It needs to be considered and ongoing. That is, a lasting back and forth communication pathway between the relevant parties. Does this government deserve a gold star for effective consultation? Let's delve deep into some examples, starting with the Great Koala National Park. The ALP went to the 2023 New South Wales state election with the proposal of a koala park extending from Kempsey to Coffs Harbour, with a key component being that consultative process involving all stakeholders. The so-called Community Consultative Committee contains only one local person who is not an environmentalist or part of the public sector, just one. The Industry Consultative Committee saw just one Miller representative when it first convened. This is meant to be the panel representing the industry. It does not even have the tenure holder of state forests on it, i.e. Forest Corporation of New South Wales, while national parks actually drive the whole process when they're a direct beneficiary. Union representation on the panel has no members in the north of New South Wales, meaning the workers in the mills of northern New South Wales are effectively unrepresented. Once upon a time, Labor was known as the People's Party. They set their roots in the unions and the working class of New South Wales. Now it appears that they've abandoned the workers of northern New South Wales in a desperate pursuit of a few left woke votes. The New South Wales State Government's Natural Resource Commission is not involved with the panels. The Natural Resource Commission was established and maintained by governments of both political persuasions as the neutral umpire between New South Wales departments with differing agendas, particularly interests such as mining and the environment, or water and resources versus the environment, and in this case forestry and DPI. How is this effective consultation with the broader industry? 8,900 workers in the hardwood sector, with a significant proportion being directly impacted by this proposed park, are all being railroaded by a bogus process. These are the men and women who have driven the industry for decades. They are not going to pick up a cup and start pouring out fancy barista lattes when the so-called ecotourism boost occurs. Spoiler alert, it's not coming. Even Sue's mate Mark Graham confirmed this during the timber inquiry. Let's go to Gropergate. Zero consultation was made with the industry prior to the implementation of the ban, likewise with the public. The only indicator of consultation process came after the fact in the form of a very brief survey issued by DPI. Ironically, the ban supposedly stemmed from community sentiment and feeling, but the post-ban survey limited people's thoughts and free speech to a maximum of 200 words. A limit, mind you, which was just recently changed to 600 words at the 11th hour before closure of the survey, with absolutely no notice given or advice given as to why. This survey also made no consideration for culturally and linguistically diverse fishes, which we know make up a significant portion, if not the majority of fishers who target this species. Talk about inclusive. The department has frequently struggled to engage with called fishermen, despite it being raised at length in budget estimates by myself. Another example that comes to mind is the rock fishing incident or issues. Now, as we navigate ever increasingly complex challenges, it's important that community consultation in policy making isn't overstated. The hard-working men and women of New South Wales, whose voices count and who quietly go about their business, shouldn't be discounted. Just because they don't scream the loudest doesn't mean that they don't vote. They deserve more than just a metaphoric condescending pat on the head And at the moment, it seems, at very worst, they're being alienated from it entirely.